Good morning class. Now let's start exercise 2.6, representation of rational numbers on number line. Now rational numbers on number line. What are rational numbers? I have already told you in previous lecture. Any number written in the form of p by q, that is numerator by denominator, is known as a rational number where q should not be equal to 0. This will always be a condition. Why? Because if q will be equal to 0, then 2 upon 0 will be undefined. Anything divided by 0 will be undefined. Okay, so numbers which are in the form of p upon q where q is not equal to 0 are known as rational numbers. Now we need to represent these rational numbers on a number line. Now what are number line? A number line is a horizontal line which represents positive and negative integers. The number after 0, or we can say on the number line, if we go towards the right hand side, those integers are known as positive integers, and just vice versa, that is on the left hand side or before 0 if we go, we found negative integers. Now if I say that represent 4 on a number line, so it is one of the most easiest thing to represent 4 on a number line. 4 means plus 4, so divide the number line into equal parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now it is saying represent 4 on the number line, so this is 4. Similarly, if it will be saying minus 4, 1, 2, 3 and minus 4, these will be known as negative integers and these are known as what? Positive integers. Now this thing means any simple number, it can be represented very easily, but when it comes to rational number, for example 2 upon 3, 8 upon 2, minus 9 upon 3, etc., when you need to means how you need to represent these rational numbers on a number line, this we will study in this exercise. Now for representing a fraction on number line, first you need to understand three types of fraction, that is proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Now in simple terms, if I say what are proper fraction, the fraction where the numerator value is less than the denominator value. The fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator, numerator denominator से छोटा होता है, उसकी वैल्यू कम होती है, these are known as what? Proper fraction. See, I have here written also numerator is less than denominator, and just opposite of it, that is your vice versa. What are improper fraction? When the numerator is greater than the denominator, that means the value of the numerator is more than the denominator, these are known as improper fraction. The third type comes as what? Mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means what? The improper fraction will only be converted to mixed fraction. For example, 2 whole number 1 by 3, 3 whole number 1 by 2, these are known as mixed fraction. Now this mixed fraction consists of two parts. This part which represents as a whole quantity, it is known as integer part. Here it's written integral, it's not integral, it's integer. Integer part, and this remaining rational number is known as what? Fractional part. So this mixed fraction, this is known as, if we say it in mathematical term, we will say it what? 2 whole number 1 upon 3, but this 2 which represents a whole quantity, this will be known as an integer part, and this 1 by 3 will be known as fractional part. Now let's see how to represent all these three forms on a number line. Now for example, question is given, represent 3 by 4 on number line. Now first thing, this 3 by 4, it is what? Is it a proper fraction, improper fraction or a mixed fraction? It is a proper fraction. Why it is a proper fraction? Because the value of denominator is less, the value of numerator is less than the denominator. We have just read here what are proper fraction. When the value of numerator is less than denominator, these are known as what? Proper fraction. Now one thing which you always need to remember, proper fraction, they always lie between 0 to 1. That means whenever any proper fraction is given and it is asked that represent this number on a number line, so it will always lie between 0 to 1. But remember one thing, between 0 to 1, this I am saying for positive proper fraction, like 2 by 5. This is positive or negative? This is positive. So positive means जो 0 के बाद इंटीजर्स होते हैं नंबर लाइन में वो कहलाते हैं पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स. So these positive integers, they will lie always between 0 to 1. But if I say minus 2 upon 5, so it will always lie between minus 1 to 0. That means if a positive rational number is given, it will always lie between 0 to 1. And if a negative rational number is given, so it will always lie between minus 1 and 0. Now you must be thinking that what is the need to know this thing? The need to know this thing is that हमको किसी भी चीज़ की एक्सट्रीम लिमिट पता चल गई. Like if it's coming 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 6 by 8, etc. In case of proper fraction, we always know that the lower limit will always be 0 and the extreme limit will always be 1, and it will lie between these two numbers only, between 0 to 1 in case of positive. But in case of negative, it will always lie between minus 1 to 0. So now let's start plotting. Now we need to plot 3 by 4 on this number line. Now 3 by 4 is what? It is a proper fraction because numerator value is less than denominator. Now see how to plot. Whenever any rational number is given, first see to the denominator. In the denominator it is given what value? 4. That means divide this. Now 3 by 4 means plus, so you will go towards the right hand side. Okay, see the denominator, it's written 4, so divide after 0 in 4 parts. So see 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now class, remember one thing, when you are dividing this, always divide it into proper equal parts. For this you can use what? You can use scale, and like 7 and 8, between them there is a gap of 1 centimeter. So always divide in proper division. Depending upon the type of question, you can either divide in 0.5 or say 1 centimeter. It depends upon the type of question, but always the division, it should be done properly. Okay, it does not mean that after 0 first gap you are taking here, then you are taking here. No, the divisions should always be in equal space. Now what I told you, for positive proper fraction, it will always lie between 0 to 1. So this is 0 and it will be what? 1. Now you must be thinking that I just told that divide it into 4 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 should come after this, but no. Here what you need to understand, I am saying what? Divide it into 4 parts. 4 parts. Now see, this is your first part, this is your second part, this is your third part, and this is your fourth part. So 1 will come here. Now it will lie between 0 to 1. See, between 0 to 1. Whatever value is written on the denominator, you need to divide it into that number of equal parts. First part, second part, third part and fourth part. Either you can understand by this way, or 1, 2, 3 and 4. Either you can understand by this way. We have divided it into 4 parts. Now we need to plot this 3 by 4. But first understand the meaning of this 3 by 4. What does it mean? That out of total number of parts which is given 4, you are taking 3 parts. Okay, like this is a piece of apple. Okay, you are dividing it into total number of parts, that is 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Total number of parts 4. In numerator it is given what? 3. That means you are taking 1, 2 and 3. You are consuming these 3 parts. So in fractional form I will say what? That you are consuming 3 by 4 parts. Total number of parts are what? 4, and you are consuming 3. Similarly, this 3 by 4 needs to be represented on the number line. Now denominator is 4, that means 4 parts. First part, second part, third part and fourth part. Now you need to represent out of these 4 the fractional form of 3 by 4. So this is your first part, second part and third part. This will be your required fraction which you need to represent, that is 3 upon 4. This is your answer. Either you can solve by this way or there is one more way. This was the first way, okay. Now in second way, 3 by 4, what will be common is that based on the value of the denominator, you will divide it into equal part, first, second, third and fourth, okay. Now you note the extreme limit. Since it's a positive proper fraction, it will always lie between 0 to 1. Now this 3 by 4, this is what type of quantity? This is a fractional type of quantity. That means whatever number we are going to write here, it should also be in form of fraction. Why it should be in form of fraction? Because the question is only given in form of fraction. So how we can write this 0 or say 1 or the between values in form of fraction? By dividing them by 4. Why dividing them by 4? Because in the question itself it is given 4. Understand what I am saying. If it would have been simply written that like represent 2 on number line, okay, plus 2. So this is a number line, right here 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, it is saying 2. Now this 2 is represented on the number line. But here it's not given only 3, it's given 3 by 4th. That means what? It's a fractional form. So if you need to represent 3 by 4th on number line, that means you need to write in fractional form. So how you can write it in fractional form? By dividing it by 4. So see how you can do it. If I will divide 0 by 4, it will be somewhat like this, something divided by 4. Now what is this something? Something means numerator. This we need to know what value will come here, okay. Similarly here also divided by 4, here also divided by 4, here also divided by 4 and here also divided by 4. Now multiply the denominator by the lower limit and multiply the denominator by the upper limit. What is the meaning of upper limit and lower limit? I just told you that any proper fractional, any positive proper fractional number, sorry, any positive proper fraction, it will always lie between 0 to 1, okay. This is 0 and this is 1. 0 से 1 के बीच में lie करेगा. So what you need, 0 is what? 0 is the lower limit and 1 is your upper limit. Now multiply the denominator by the lower limit and upper limit. So 4 into 0 will be what? 0. 4 into 1 will be what? 4. So 4 and 4 is what? It is equal to 1 only. Now between 0 and this 4 come what? 1, 2, 3. 3 by 4. This is your required answer. Both these are same, just the method of plotting is different. Either you can solve it in this way or you can solve it in this way. What we did here we simply did what? It's given 3 by 4. Based on the value of the denominator and seeing whether it is plus or minus, divide it into such equal parts. So after 0, since the value was 4, first, second, third and fourth part. And since we know that for a proper fraction the value always lie between 0 to 1, so at last we will write 1. Now it is given what? 3 by 4, so 1, 2, 3. 3 by 4th. This will be your answer. Either you can solve by this way or the other way is based on the value of denominator, once again divide it into number of equal parts. Now we know that proper fraction it always lie between 0 to 1. 0 से 1. अब इसको क्या 0 से 1 का मतलब क्या होता है? आप ऐसे आगे बढ़ोगे या मैं कहता हूँ आप इस तरह से आगे बढ़ेंगे. सो जो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट होता है उसको हम लोअर लिमिट कहते हैं, जो एंडिंग पॉइंट होता है उसको हम अपर लिमिट कह सकते हैं. सो दिस 0 विल बी व्हाट? योर लोअर लिमिट and this 1 it will be your upper limit. Now since this is given in fractional form, that means यहाँ पे हम जो भी नंबर्स लिखेंगे वो भी फ्रैक्शनल फॉर्म में ही होना चाहिए. क्यों होने चाहिए? क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में ही फ्रैक्शनल फॉर्म गिवन है. सो हाउ कैन वी मेक दिस इन फॉर्म ऑफ फ्रैक्शन? बाय डिवाइडिंग देम बाय 4. वाई डिवाइडिंग देम बाय 4? बिकॉज इन क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो इट इज गिवन 4. अगर यहाँ पे 5 होता हम 5 से डिवाइड करते, यहाँ 6 होता हम 6 से डिवाइड करते. सो बेस्ड ऑन द वैल्यू ऑफ द डिनोमिनेटर हम उसको उतने उससे डिवाइड करते. तो हम क्या करेंगे? 0 by 4. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ डायरेक्टली राइटिंग 0 by 4, I have written here like this, 0 equal to dash by 4, because this value we need to know. Similarly, for the upper limit, that is 1 equal to dash by 4, this value we need to know. Between them, these three blank spaces are given. Now what you need to do, multiply the denominator by the lower limit and multiply the denominator by the upper limit. So 4 into 0 will be what? 0. 4 into 1 will be what? 4. Now between 0, this is 4, okay. Now between 0 and 4, how many numbers will come? 1, 2 and 3, and this is only asked 3 by 4. Okay, so this is how you need to plot. Now comes your improper fraction. Now what are improper fraction? Improper fractions are those fractions where the value of numerator is always greater than the denominator. Now in this case, for representing an improper fraction on a number line, you always need to convert it into mixed fraction. Now how to convert any number into mixed fraction? It's very simple. Like take an example, 14 upon 5. This is what type of fraction? This is improper fraction. Why is it improper fraction? Because the value of numerator is greater than the denominator. Now for representing this improper fraction on a number line, first you need to convert it into mixed fraction. So how you will convert it into mixed fraction? Simply divide it. 5 into 2 is what? 10. That means 2 whole number 4 upon 5. This is how we convert any fraction into mixed fraction. Okay, this we have done in earlier classes and even in the previous chapter. I hope you must be familiar with it. Okay, so now see, suppose this is only the question given that represent 14 upon 5 on a number line. You need to represent 14 upon 5 on a number line. So whenever, first see whether it is proper or improper fraction. It is improper fraction. Okay, it is an improper fraction. Now whenever you need to represent an improper fraction in form of a number line, first convert it into mixed fraction. So when you converted it into mixed fraction, you got what? You got 2 whole number 4 upon 5. Or you can also write it as 2 plus 4 upon 5. Now see, why we are writing it in the form of 2 plus 4 upon 5? Because we need to represent 14 by 5 in this number line. Now since this 14 by 5 was is a kind of improper fraction, so on converting it into mixed fraction, we got what value? 2 whole number 4 by 5. I earlier only told you that whenever you are getting any mixed fraction, this whole quantity, it represents your integer part and this represents your fractional part. So to distinguish between the integer part and fractional part, we write it like this, 2 plus 4 upon 5. This is known as your integer part and this is known as your fractional part. Now class, I told you that when you talk about proper fraction, not improper, when you talk about proper fraction, so it always lie between 0 to 1, always, for positive, and for negative between -1 to 0. But when it comes to improper fraction, so it depends on this value which is given like 2, so it will lie between 2 and 3. That is why I have written here as integer part. This mixed fraction, ये जो whole quantity होती है जिसको हम बोलते हैं integer part, this overall fraction will lie between 2 to 3. That means here 2 will become the lower limit and 3 will become the upper limit. If it would have been written here, for example, 3 by 4, 3 whole number 4 upon 5, then the proper rational number would have been lying between 3 to 4. If it would have been written here 4, so it would have been lying between 4 to 5. So see, this 2, it is an integer part and this 4 by 5, it is a fractional part. Whenever you convert improper fraction into a whenever you convert improper fraction into a mixed fraction, so after the integer part, the fractional part which you are getting, it always by default gets converted into proper fraction. See, why proper? ये जो 4 upon 5 है, इसमें न्यूमरेटर क्या है? डिनोमिनेटर से इसकी वैल्यू लेस है, तो ये क्या होता है, ये तो एक प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन ही होता है ना. What I mean to say is that whenever you convert improper fraction into mixed fraction or simply say fractional part, तो जो fractional part होता है वो वापस से proper fraction में convert हो जाता है. Now the reason for telling you this is कि as it gets converted into proper fraction, so simply like you were plotting this proper fraction in the number line, similarly you need to plot here also. But what is the difference? What I told you, based on this value of the integer, it is what, 2. That means this whole quantity will lie between 2 to 3. why 2 to 3? because जो integer part की जो value होती है यहाँ पे lower limit वो बन जाती है. so let's see how. draw a number line. okay, at between there will be what, 0. now it will lie between 2 to 3, so we will take proper division. class, again and again I am saying, while using means when you are plotting it in your notebook, so with the help of scale divide it into equal parts. okay, 1, 2 and 3. now we need to represent 2 whole number 4 upon 5 on this number line. so see, ये जो 2 है ये तो आ गया यहाँ पे. अब हमको रिप्रेजेंट किसको करना है, 4/5 को. अब ये 4/5 क्या है, न्यूमरेटर डिनोमिनेटर. न्यूमरेटर बड़ा है कि डिनोमिनेटर बड़ा है, डिनोमिनेटर बड़ा है, न्यूमरेटर की वैल्यू कम है. वी जस्ट रेड दैट व्हेन द वैल्यू ऑफ न्यूमरेटर इज लेस देन डिनोमिनेटर, दैट मीन्स इट इज व्हाट, proper fraction. and how to plot a proper fraction into a number line, we have just seen. so see, 4/5. now based on the value of denominator, quickly reply in how many parts we will divide. 5 parts. so divide it into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. see, if you are getting confused कितने parts क्या, after dividing you can count like this also. see, first part, second part, third part, fourth part and fifth part. okay, now it is saying 4 upon 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. so this is your required fraction. 1, 2, 3, 4. आपको 4/5 को ही प्लॉट करना है ना. 1, 2, 3, 4. this is your fourth. that means what, this is your required fraction. now either you can say this is 2 whole number 4/5, or you can say it is 14 upon 5. both are right. why? because 2 whole number 4 upon 5, it is part of what, it is part of 14/5 only. so this is how you need to plot a improper fraction on number line. once again, how you need to plot, simply convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction. on converting it into mixed fraction, we always write like this, integer part plus fractional part, that is 2 plus 4/5. why? to get the lower limit. now since it is written here 2, that means while plotting the value, it will lie between 2 to 3. if it would have been here 4, so the value would have been lying between 4 to 5. यहाँ पे जो भी वैल्यू होगी वो वैल्यू और उसके जस्ट बाद की जो नेक्स्ट वैल्यू होगी, आपका फ्रैक्शनल फॉर्म उसके बीच में ही लाई करेगा. कमिंग बैक टू द क्वेश्चन, यहाँ पे 2 होल नंबर 4/5 था, मतलब फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट किसके बीच लाई करेगा, बिटवीन 2 and 3. तो 2 का काम तो हो गया खत्म. अब क्या बचता है आपका फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट, दैट इज 4/5. अब ये 4/5 किस फॉर्म में है, प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन में. न्यूमरेटर की वैल्यू डिनोमिनेटर से कम है. नाउ डिनोमिनेटर, based on the value of the denominator, we will divide it into equal parts. so 1, 2, 3, 4 and your fifth. first part, second part, third part, fourth part and fifth part. यहाँ पे क्या दिया है, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/5, sorry, 2 whole number 4/5 or 14/5. this is how you need to plot. when it comes to, for example, if it would have been -14/5, if it would have been -14/5, so on converting it would have become what, -2 whole number 4/5. okay, that is -2 plus 4/5. so how you need to plot negative, as you have plotted the positive side, similarly you need to plot the negative side. see, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, sorry, -1, -2 and -3. Okay. Now ये किसके बीच लाई करेगा? -2 और -3 के बीच में लाई करेगा. यहाँ पे 2 और 3 के बीच में था क्योंकि पॉजिटिव 14/5 था. यहाँ पे -2 और -3 के बीच में होगा क्योंकि -2 होल नंबर 4/5 है. तो बेस्ड ऑन द वैल्यू ऑफ डिनोमिनेटर कितने पार्ट्स में डिवाइड होगा? -3 और 2 के बीच में 5 पार्ट्स में. सो डिवाइडेड 1 2 3 4. ये हो गया 5. फर्स्ट पार्ट, सेकेंड पार्ट, थर्ड पार्ट, फोर्थ पार्ट एंड फिफ्थ पार्ट. न्यूमरेटर पे क्या वैल्यू है? 4. 1 2 3 4. दिस इज योर रिक्वायर्ड आंसर. -2 होल नंबर 4/5 और -14/5. So this is how you need to plot. Now you can give here names also, like this 0 you can name here as point O. You can write here point A, point B, point C, and this, that means your answer you can write it as P. Similarly here also O, write A dash, B dash, C dash, and this point you can write here P dash. So this is how you need to represent any rational number on a number line. Now comes your next topic, that is comparing of two rational number. Comparing of rational number means you need to see that which rational number is greater or which rational number is smaller. So how you need to do? Now whenever we will understand this by an example, like here it is given which of the two rational number is greater, here it is given which of the two rational number is smaller. Now see class, whenever you need to compare the rational number, okay, forget this all question. Okay, just see if it would have been written here which of the two, forget this rational also. Okay, if it would have been simply written here which of the two number is greater, 5 and -3, so you can easily tell which number is greater or smaller. But here simple numbers are not given. Here rational number or say fractional numbers are given. So how can we compare them? The easiest way is to make the denominators of both the rational numbers same. Why? Because if the denominators of both the rational numbers when we can will be same, I am saying if the denominators of both the rational number will be same, then by just comparing the value of the numerator we can easily tell which one is greater or smaller. What I am trying to say, if it would have been simply written here 5 and -3 and the question is asked tell which is greater or smaller, you can easily answer. But here it is written what? 5/-6 and -3/4. That means you need to compare both of them. So whenever any rational number is given and it is asked that write it in greater or smaller form or compare that which one is greater or smaller, the easiest way is to make the denominators of both the rational numbers common. When the denominator becomes common, you can easily identify which one is greater and which one is smaller. Similarly, they have done in this question, what they have done, see, 5/-6 and -3/4. If anyhow we make the denominator of both these, sorry, if we make the denominators of both these rational numbers same, we just need to compare the numerator. Now how can we make the denominator same? By multiplying both these digits by any common value that the denominator becomes same. Now 6 into 2 will be 12 and 4 into 2 will always be 12. That means if we multiply 6 into 2 and if we multiply 4 by 2, the result will be 12. That means denominator of both the rational numbers have become same. See, this only they have done here. 6 into 2 is 12 and 4 into 3, this is also 12. Now this 12 and this 12, it is common. That means now you need to compare what? Only -10 and -9. You can easily tell which one is greater or smaller. But do remember, this I have told you in the previous exercise also, whenever you are making denominator of any rational number common, that means whenever you are multiplying it by any quantity, so you need to multiply it both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So in order to make this and this a common denominator, we have multiplied by 2. So 6 into 2 12, -5 into 2 -10/12. Similarly for -3/4, 4 into 3 12, -9/12. Okay, now write it down. You can write like this, -10/12 comma -9/12. Now you need to tell which one is greater or smaller. Since the denominators are same, so now you just need to see minus 10 and minus 9. Question is asking what? Which one is greater? So out of minus 10 and minus 9, which one is greater? But obvious, minus 9 is greater. So we will write what? Minus 9 by 12 is greater than minus 10 by 12. Now this minus 9 by 12, it was basically part of what? It was basically a part of minus 3 by 4. So we can write minus 3 by 4 is greater than minus 5 by 6. This is your answer. So based on the explanation I told you, try solving question number 2, question number 4 and question number 5 by your own, because I have explained you the way how you need to solve this question. Okay, this is based on plotting of the number line and this is based on your comparison. Okay, try solving these questions. In case you are having doubt, you can ask me. Rest questions we'll do tomorrow. Thank you.